In today's print tip video, we're talking more about max volumetric speed. We talked about this a bit earlier, but whatever you set your max volumetric speed to will cap your top print speeds on your print. Generally speaking, this is a much better metric to set your print speeds for. It's just a little bit more confusing and harder to explain to people. Basically, your max volumetric speed is telling your printer this is the max amount of volume that can extrude through your hot end per second. This is because it takes time to heat up your material in order to get to the right viscosity for you to print. You can imagine if you're using a really small nozzle diameter and really thin layer heights, then you're going to be extruding a lot less plastic for a given print speed versus using a large nozzle diameter and large layer heights. This means when you use your max volumetric speed, your top print speeds will be higher when you're using a smaller nozzle and smaller layer heights versus larger nozzle and larger layer heights. We will often give you a max printing speed for any of our materials, but this max printing speed is for standard nozzle and standard layer heights. This means if you grab any of our products and you slap on a 1.2 millimeter nozzle and you try to print at 0.8 millimeter layer heights, your max print speed will have to be lower, even though your max volumetric speed will be the same. Personally, I pretty much only set my max volumetric speed, and then I don't play around with print speeds because I allow the max volumetric speed to just cap my top print speeds out. Just as a quick example, if you set your max volumetric speed to 20 millimeters cubed per second, and you're using a 0.4 millimeter nozzle with 0.2 millimeter layer heights, that means your top print speed will be capped at 250 millimeters per second. But if we just use that previous example, when you're using a 1.2 millimeter nozzle with 0.8 millimeter layer heights, with that same 20 millimeters cubed per second max volumetric speed, your top print speed will be under 21 millimeters per second. So you can see there's quite a big range there. For the same amount of volume coming out of your nozzle, you will either be capped at 250 millimeters per second or 21 millimeters per second. This is why it is kind of hard to give a recommended print speed. It'll all depend on what nozzle you're using and what layer height you're printing at. So personally, I think the 3D printing world will move more towards this max volumetric speed as the given metric. It's just a little hard to explain, so most manufacturers, including ourselves, will give a max printing speed.